Capital News tonight. President Dr. John Magufuli extends deadline to economic sabotage offenders seeking to be pardoned. Residents of Mpimbwe in Katavi complain of police harassment. And in sports, Yanga to face Police Tanzania and Coastal Union on October 3rd and 6th in the third Premier League games. Good evening, this is Capital News at 9:30. My name is Vanessa Victor. Let's start off with the national news. President Dr. John Magufuli has extended the deadline from 7 days to another week to economic sabotage offenders who want to be pardoned and to return money they have embezzled to complete required procedures at the Director of Public Prosecutions Office. President Dr. Magufuli gave the statement at State House, Dar es Salaam, after receiving a report from the Director of Public Prosecutions, Biswalo Maganga, which states that there are 467 accused who have requested to be pardoned but have not completed the required procedures. The DPP's report also states that if the accused meet the requirements, more than 107 billion shillings will be rescued.
Hii response ni kubwa sana ya watu 467.
The response is very big, 467 people. They are those who faced obstacles due to their distance from upcountry to this place, and some going through the process inside the prison. They've asked for 3 days. It is okay? Today is Monday, tomorrow is Tuesday. It means by Wednesday it will be ready. I shall give you 7 days so that you will not ask for more days. Previously, I gave 6 days so that all the accused who wish to receive this pardon through the judicial process, and more than 467 people have responded, and 107.842 billion will be saved.
Mimi naona nikupe siku 7 ili usije ukaniomba tena siku zingine.
Mheshimiwa Rais, katika kipindi hiki ofisi yangu imepokea.
Honorable President, during this period, my office has received letters from 467 from those accused of economic sabotage, who have confessed their offenses and returned the money they stole from Tanzanians. More letters are coming in on Saturday and yesterday because some were coming from upcountry. Honorable President, from those accused, a total of 7,884,901,526 should be returned at any moment from now.
981,526 hao wako tayari kurudisha muda wote mpaka sasa hivi.
And residents from Majimoto Ward in Mpimbwe Municipal Council, Mlele District, Katavi region, have complained that police at Majimoto Station have been harassing as well as soliciting bribes out of them. They voiced their complaints to the Minister of Home Affairs, Kangi Lugola, during a public meeting held at Mkuyuni grounds, who responded by directing the police commander for Mlele District to move all the 15 police officers implicated in the allegations.
An officer came and started hitting me. I've been cheated a lot of money. I ask you to help me. This one victim had rice sacks worth 6 million taken from him. A case was filed by the complainant and had to be compensated 5 million every month. So far, 30 million has been paid by the accused. I'm giving you 7 days for all officers in this station to be transferred to other stations. I want new officers to be assigned to this station.
The Ministry of Minerals and the Defense and Security Committee in Tunduru District in Ruvuma region have approved a request from residents of Mahuesi to conduct mining activities after resolving a dispute between the government and local miners from Ruby International.
Kwa hiyo sisi tumekutana tumeyachambua na pana yale ambayo
We've met and had a discussion on areas which made things difficult for miners, which we shall deal away with because they serve no purpose. On behalf of the Peace and Security Committee in Tunduru District, work in this place should resume immediately. Now we will work with more confidence because previously there were a lot of irregularities. Work has been taking place in this place for over 16 years, yet we've never witnessed what happened here today.
And the former Director General of the National Identity Card Authority, NIDA, Dixon Maimu, and other accused have continued to be detained as investigations on their case has not been completed. Maimu and co-accused faced 100 charges, which include incurring the government a loss of 1.17 billion shillings in an economic sabotage case at Kisutu Resident Magistrate Court. The court has, however, allowed the sixth accused in the case, Sabina Raymond, to travel out of Dar es Salaam as she is out on bail. Other accused in the case include NIDA's former commercial manager, Evelyn Mumburi, former director of Aster Insurance Brokers, Aster Ndege, transport officer George Ntalima, and the director of legal affairs, Sabina Raymond and Raymond Kayombo. An operation to remove more than 2,000 traders from Mwanza Central Market and the bus terminal for upcountry buses to pave way for construction of new projects has been completed. However, the traders have complained that the new areas they've been moved to are not conducive.
The market has not yet been roofed, neither is the side market. The floor is bare. After the handover on the 23rd, we'll put up tables. At the moment, we've nowhere to display our merchandise. Voters have vacated this place because they know that President Magufuli will not let them down. They've gone through some difficulties to relocate, but they knew they could do it. This market was constructed in the 70s and while conditions were unbearable. We still have no electricity, there is no water, and the gates have not been fixed yet, and some areas have no roofing.
Residents from Nyisanzi village, Chato district in Geita region have implemented a fundraising and started construction for a dispensary in order to address transport problems facing expectant mothers. Speaking at the launch for the construction of the dispensary, also attended by the Minister of Energy and Member of Parliament of Chato, Dr. Medet Kalimani, the chairman of the village, Tobias Kangombe, urged the government to support this construction of the dispensary.
The people have given up so much in this project. Our efforts have brought us here. We ask you to support us with the roofing. Since the day I was born, I've never seen a dispensary in this village. We had to go far. God has put us in this world so others can benefit too from our success. 50 bags of cement and 1,000 bricks. What we have to wait next is to put up the roof. We want this process to begin 2 months from now.
And residents in Shinyanga district have expressed concern on rising incidents of people who claim to be agents of courts who collude with the ward executives to sell people's assets on the pretext of acting on behalf of the court. This was revealed during a meeting organized by Shinyanga Region Commissioner Zainab Telek.
They came to see me on numerous occasions, asking me to leave, but I told them that no one is above the court ruling. But to this day, I have not been left alone. Ndala market is old and has been planned for in the budget. All those mentioned, there is no court broker between them. They are just rogue. We cannot allow them to deny our people peace in their areas. It is not possible.
Angalizo hilo na polisi waambie huyu mama amekata rufaa.
The elderly community in Dodoma region have said despite there being a policy which states the group is entitled to access to free healthcare at all government health centers and dispensary, the policy in reality is not being implemented.
Lakini hilo linashindikana, wazee wanakwenda hospitali hawapewi huduma.
The elderly are going to the hospital, yet they don't get care they need. Some are left up to 6 hours without being attended. This matter ought to be resolved from local government levels. Pensioners have been receiving pension late. After retirement, some struggle up to a year before they get pension. We need to go beyond numbers in identifying challenges and opportunities.
Tuende zaidi ya idadi ya miaka, kutambua fursa, kutambua changamoto, tuende zaidi ya idadi ya.
And that's all for national news. International news is next. And in international news, a woman and her 2 children drowned after a car they were in slipped off MV Harambee ferry into the sea in Mombasa, Kenya. The incident occurred yesterday at the ferry which connects Mombasa with Likoni. A video gone viral on social media shows how the car slipped into the sea with passengers on the ferry screaming in distress. And Cameroon is holding a national dialogue in a bid to end the separatist conflict in the country's Anglophone provinces, but key rebel leaders have already refused to participate. Nearly 3,000 people have died and 500,000 fled their homes since the fighting broke out in 2017 between the army and armed fighters who want independence for Cameroon's 2 English-speaking provinces. President Paul Biya, who has been in power for 37 years, hopes the talks will end a crisis that is also hurting the economy of the coffee and cocoa producing Central African country. A month after the government in Kenya launched the campaign against narcotics, the Minister of Internal Security, Fred Matiang'i, has blamed the Judicial Department for protecting drug traders. According to the Anti-Narcotics Agency in the country, more than 2% of Kenyans aged between 15 and 65 use narcotics such as marijuana and cocaine.
For a country that until the Akashas went to the US, they probably had no chance of meeting justice in Kenya. I was asking the DCI how many times they were released on bail. The DCI told me they hardly spent one night in police custody. They walked in and walked out. They walked in and walked out. Many of them, these colleagues know, and let me tell you here the risk of refilling some things.
It's a war, and this war is to emancipate our children, and not our children. There is a whole generation which we are about actually to forget. Because if you see what is happening in our schools, in our social, places and all that, the menace to do with the drugs.
We are ready for the war. This is a war which is a multi-sectoral, a multi-agency, is a war we cannot succeed alone. It's a war that it requires every stakeholder sincerely and honestly, and I want to emphasize on the 2 terms, sincerely and honestly, to involve in the fight and that's the only time we'll win this war.
And that's where we leave off with international news, but do stay with us. We'll be back with business news after this break.
Watch Business Edition as we talk to business leaders and experts in sectors that are transforming Tanzania's economy.
To be rich, I have to be a business person.
It's not an easy road at all.
People need to understand. You must quickly think, how cost effective are you going to be?
Business acts as a way in which it can bridge that gap.
Business Edition will keep you informed on latest developments in the financial sector, extractive industry, tourism, agriculture, energy, construction, and so much more. Meet entrepreneurs who create employment opportunities. Watch Business Edition on Friday at 8:15 p.m.
Welcome back, and in business news. The Deputy Minister of Agriculture, Omari Mgumba, has directed sisal stakeholders to cooperate with farmers in order to increase production from 36,000 tons to 120,000 tons by 2020-2021. He gave the directive on inspecting sisal farms, cleaning and planting operation.
Tuna zaidi ya hekta 147.
We have more than 147,000 hectares that can be used in sisal farming, with 132,000 hectares of the land even better suited. But until today, we produce 38 tons because some of the investors that we gave these farms to did not develop the land.
Hatuwezi kukaa maofisini.
Serikali za vijiji watusaidie kuzuia.
Village governments should help us prevent farmers from taking cattle into the sisal farms as they destroy sisal seedlings. This year, a farm was invaded by elephants twice, and it significantly damaged the sisal.
The National Bank of Commerce, NBC, has launched a special campaign called Ibuka Kidedea na NBC, which aims to sensitize customers to build a savings culture through the bank's Malengo account.
We are giving two types of prizes. The first is 220 motorcycles, which our customers can use in their various daily business activities, and we are also going to motorcycles that can be used to carry goods and various loads. In this account, a client can put money in many ways through our ATMs, which accepts deposits through SIM banking, through agents we have nationwide, and also by directly coming to various branches.
The Minister of Minerals, Dr. Biteko, has warned gold elution plant owners in Shinyanga region to stop hiding soil reported to have gold concentrates in waste water holes with the intention of stealing from small miners and evading paying taxes to the government. Minister Biteko gave the warning when inspecting mud with gold concentrates seized by the Defense and Security Committee in Shinyanga region.
Wizi wanaofanya tunaujua.
We know how they are conducting theft. They put carbon in the trash holes, but you may think that it is just normal money. But they will have put steel wire to reach it and get the gold. I want to tell them that if they believe they can not do trustworthy business, they can find other jobs to do. It is not a must for everyone to have an erosion plant. You can start a butcher, sell watermelons, and many other jobs, and you'll still get money to run your life. I've received all of the directives well, and will try to follow up and make improvements. We'll sit down as a company to make better strategies.
And that's all for business news. Sports news is next.
Away first time. Good start from Bolt. Bolt leading a moment and going away. Gay trying to go with him, and he's going to be dragged through to second place, but he's going to win it by 2 metres. Away first time. Good start from Bolt. Bolt leading a moment and going away. Gay trying to go with him, and he's going to be dragged through to second place, but he's going to win it by 2 metres. Opposition, Joaquinho, he did lose to Lynn.
And in sports, young Africans will face Police Tanzania and Coastal Union on October 3rd and 6th, respectively, in the second and third Premier League games, with the first group of the team arriving today from Zambia, where they were eliminated from CAF Champions League by a 2-1 defeat to Zesco.
After the squad is complete, it will start preparing for our next Premier League encounters. There was a game that we asked to be pushed forward, but we also have another game against Coastal Union of Tanga. Preparations for other Premier League games has to proceed as well, and we have also to prepare for international competitions, because we will know who we are playing next after the draw on the 9th.
FIFA and upcoming officials have attended a special seminar which emphasized on adherence to new soccer rules.
This country has so many officials, we can't say how many. The opportunities are provided by FIFA to every country. So for Tanzania, the opportunities for attendance of main officials is only 4. Even if you have 200 good officials, the chances will remain 4.
Lionel Messi returned to Barcelona training on Monday in a boost to his chances of featuring in the midweek Champions League game against Inter. Here's more.
The superstar forward completed part of the session with the main group as he stepped up his recovery from the adductor injury he suffered in a 2-1 La Liga win over Villarreal last Tuesday. Barca captain Messi had to be withdrawn at halftime and missed Saturday's 2-0 victory at Getafe, secured courtesy of goals from Luis Suarez and Junior Firpo. 32-year-old Messi was making his first start of the campaign when he sustained an adductor issue, having been troubled by a calf problem during pre-season, which has limited him to just 2 La Liga appearances so far this term.
Cardiff City have been told by the FIFA Player Status Committee to pay Nantes €6 million for the late Emiliano Sala. Here are more details.
The striker became Cardiff's record signing when a deal was struck with the League One club in January. But before he made an appearance for City, the plane carrying Salah from France to Wales crashed and he was killed along with pilot David Ibsen. Cardiff claimed the agreement to pay Nantes a £15 million fee was not legally binding because conditions insisted upon by Nantes were not fulfilled. The FIFA Player Status Committee said on Monday the €6 million Nantes should receive from Cardiff is corresponding to the first installment due.
Juventus coach Mauricio Sarri is reluctant to start Cristiano Ronaldo, Paulo Dybala and Gonzalo Higuain in a star-studded front line.
Higuain looked set to leave Juve in the close season, but having worked under Sarri at both Napoli and Chelsea, the 31-year-old has been given a prime role in the squad so far this term. The striker has featured in 5 of Juve's 6 Serie A games this season, making 4 starts, though he has only managed 1 goal, scoring in a 4-3 win over his and Sarri's former club Napoli in August. Ronaldo and Dybala were preferred for Saturday's meeting with Spal, with the latter teeing up his strike partner for a late goal in a routine 2-0 victory. However, the duo had struggled to link up to much effect before Ronaldo's headed effort, Dybala, having picked out his teammate only once in the first half as Juve failed to make their dominance count for more than Miralem Pjanic's stunner.
And that sports item ends our news bulletin. My name is Vanessa Victor. Thank you for watching and have a good night.
TV, Radio 1, East Africa Radio na Capital Radio sasa zinapatikana kupitia satellite, Interset